I have been trading for over 1 year now. I started my journey back in August. Right now, I've gained $42,000. Now, keep in mind, this is not my total balance. This reflects my total gains and losses. Before we dive into the numbers, let me just give a quick intro about myself. So, this channel is about Stock Slicer. I mostly analyze, set up, or trade, and I'm hoping to get some sort of profit in return. My motto is buy low, sell high. I work full-time in a corporate 9 to 5 job. I trade part-time using limit orders. I would say mostly limit orders, but not always. It really depends on how much time I have. Stock Slicer have a total of 1 employee. It's just me by myself. Software that we use here is mainly just customized coding. These are coding scripts that I've created. Either they're scheduled or they're scripts I run on an ad hoc basis, mostly using Python and SQL combined to analyze stocks. Over the past years or so, after reading books, going through countless videos on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all of the social media that has some sort of stock videos, I followed them and I finally had created my own methodologies on ways and risk management that I've used to basically make money. I trade stocks, ETFs, and options. I haven't traded futures yet, but I've read up on futures, and it's something that I don't think I would like to trade, at least anytime soon. All right, next, let me go over to Tradezella and why I use Tradezella. Before signing up with Tradezella, I've also tried out with TradingView, Trader Sync. So there were a couple of options I've tried before. I found that Tradezella works the best for me. So what broker do I use? Well, in order for Tradezella to work, you would have to link it up with some kind of broker account. I mainly use Fidelity and Schwab. Now, the problem with Fidelity is there is no option for Fidelity. I believe there's one for Thinkorswim, which is owned by Charles Schwab. But most of my trading is done through Fidelity. Some trades are also done by Schwab, but starting sometime last year, I switched over to Fidelity, mainly because they offer the money market automation, whereas Schwab offered that too, but you would have to kind of set up these manual trade for money market orders. As of November 9th, 2024, I've accumulated 42,000 net profit and losses. So $42,000 is my profit. Now, this is just one of many accounts I have. This is my larger account. I'm not counting my 401k. I'm also excluding out a couple of my smaller accounts. So as far as gains, it's about $42,000. And I started trading sometime back in July of last year, but I believe when I use Tradezella, this only captured one of my accounts. So this doesn't even include all my profit from last year, only just some of it. I have a 91% win rate. Profit factor is 2.82. And profit factor is calculated by total profits divided by total losses. A profit factor above 1.0 indicates a profitable trading system. My day win percentage is 89%. So I have 186 winners, 28 break evens, 23 losers. Average win-loss trade ratio is 0.28. Profit, $318 loss. That's my average win-loss trade. There's a Tradezella score. I'm not sure how this is calculated though, but apparently I have a 56.6. And based on this chart here, daily net cumulative P&L, it looks pretty steady, right? Because none of my trades came from one or two trades that got me like a lottery ticket win or something, right? A lot of these are from several trades where I've collected small profit. And generally, that is my trading style. I don't really aim for the home run trades. I've made trades where I think it will have a high profitability of making some kind of profit, whether it's $5, $10, $50, up to like thousands of dollars. I would close it out. The first flip resulted in $20.85, and then after that, my profit accumulated to a little bit over $42,000. Now, this $42,000 does not include any interest or dividends I've also made off my stocks. These are just the buy and sell, kind of buy low and sell high kind of approach. Now, what's nice about this is the dashboard have a nice calendar. So let me go back to the first trading month I had from last year. Okay, so July, there were no trades. August 2023, I've purchased some shares, I guess stocks or something, and I didn't make any flip. I just purchased them, right? So that's the reason why it's grayed out. There were no actual opening and closing transactions, so it's grayed out. And then starting in September of last year, I've started flipping these. So my first flip was $20.90 based off 6 trades. And then later that week, I've made another flip, $1. October, I've increased my trades. So for the month of October, I made $240. Last November, I made $1.1 thousand in profit. And there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had 9 green days. Some days I really didn't trade it, didn't have time, or I didn't have the capital. And notice how my capital and my profit started to increase every month. December, I made $1.4 thousand in profit. I have, I guess, about half of these were green days. Half of these were not traded. And then January, I have about $1.3 thousand in profit. February, $1.6 thousand. March of this year, I made $4.4 thousand in profit. April of this year, I made $3.7 thousand in profit. There were some days where I have losses, but overall, I made profit. May of this year, I made $9.17 thousand. I believe this was my best trading month as of this year so far. June 2024, I made $3.6 thousand. July 2024, I made $6.1 thousand. August 2024, I lost $500. September of this year, I made $6.1 thousand. October, I made $2.2 thousand. Added some notes on some of these trades. To be honest, I think October was the first month where I made trades every single day. Meaning, I had open and closed trades. And this is probably the first time, I believe, of this year where I made trade. I guess I had more capital now. So I'm able to open up more trades based on different capital allocations. November, so far this month, I made $1.3 thousand. It's okay. It's not the best month. But now I have more capital freed up, and I've also reached a new personal record. Now, I haven't been adding any more money to my account since last June or July, I believe. So all of these money that I have, they're just basically money that I made from flipping, and I'm planning to continue flipping it to increase my account. And the second thing that I want to show was this other tab here, reports. Yeah, so this is another section I look at. In Tradezella, this one has a lot of stats at a high level. Total P&L, $42,000. That includes part of last year and all of this year so far. Currently, I have 25 open trades. Total trading days, 237. I have 186 winning days, 23 losing days, 28 break-even days. My max consecutive winning days is 31. And I have 5 max consecutive losing days. Average daily P&L is $177.52. Oh, my max drawdown. This is a fun one. $3,553. So the most amount where my account was down was $3,553, basically. Trade expectancy is about $51.50. And, overall, I have more green days than red days. On days where it was red, there was a large amount. Yeah, I believe this year I had like 2 large red days. But besides that, they were all green days. And I have some really strong green days too. There were days where I made over like $1,000 or $2,000 a couple of times too. Yeah, so based on this chart here, my daily net cumulative P&L accumulates on a daily basis. Pretty consistent. Which days makes me the most money? So by trades, apparently Friday I have the most trades compared to the other days. Performance, Thursday I make the most money, or $12.3 thousand. And then Wednesday and Friday are pretty close, $9.5 thousand, $9.6 thousand. Let's look at this by the month. Yeah, it looks like August is the only month I have so far of this year where it was in the red. The majority of time they're in the green. Trade time is not correct because Fidelity doesn't capture the timestamp. So I've added some codes where I had to format the CSV file for it to even load this correctly. So the time is not correct. So I'm not really doing any analytics based off time. The trade duration is about, I believe it's 3 to 4 days of my average hold time. Here we go, instruments. Okay, this is what I was looking for. Top 10 symbols performance. NVDL, I made $9.3 thousand. AMD, I made $8.7 thousand. SOXL, $8.4 thousand. Apple, $3.7 thousand. Riot, 3.6. Now, keep in mind that these are just symbol. This can also include options as well. So it's not always based on the ticker, right? It's also the options, the ticker off that option too. I'm surprised I made money off Tesla. Tesla, I've made $1.3 thousand. Yeah, so these are my top 10 trades. So this is pretty cool to look at. The purpose of this video is to show you guys that it is possible to trade part-time and make money off it. You know, sometime last year I was deciding whether I should find a second job to make extra income. Even though I have a day job, I work from home, I was still debating, you know, should I find another job, quit my job, maybe do something else? But then I realized even if I find another job, that means more traveling time, probably more stress. It will exhaust my brain out after work hours. So I had decided to look for ways to make extra money, you know. And even besides the stock market, there are ways to make money by even doing surveys, testing a product, you know, testing a game, offering feedback for a service. Even those kind of like small tasks can result in money. And then later on, I would take those money, dump it into the stock market for me to grow my account. So I really started from a small account. Last year, my account size was like $100. And then I have increased it from 100 to 1,000 to 25,000, 50K, and I continue accumulating it more and more over time. But this 42,000 I'm showing, this is the net profit gain before taxes. For future videos, I am planning to maybe talk about more of my analysis, you know, setups on what I normally trade. This channel is not so much for me to brag about how much money I made. It's more to demonstrate and to show you guys that it is possible to trade the stock market part-time and still make money. You know, now to me, this is not enough money to support the family. It is nice to have extra money, you know. It will allow me to have a more comfortable lifestyle, let's say. Well, that's all I have. I hope everyone have a great weekend. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.